Hi, my name is Mike Irwin. I'm the chairman of the board for Father Vincent Capodanno High School here in Southern Pines, North Carolina. I served 13 years on active duty in the Army. Part of that journey included 2 years at graduate school at the University of Michigan, where I studied positive psychology and leadership. And then I served as an assistant professor at the United States Military Academy at West Point. I'm very excited to sit down and share some thoughts with you about Father Capodanno High School. But before I do, I wanted to talk a little bit about who Father Capodanno was, who we named our school after. He was a Catholic priest and a missionary who served in the Far East for about a decade before he felt the call to serve our nation by joining the military. He joined the Navy and he served the Marines in Vietnam on 2 different rotations. He served in the Quezon Valley, and on September 3rd and 4th, 1967, there was some incredibly intense fighting. Father Capodanno was running around the battlefield, administering last rites, providing spiritual and medical support to Marines who are injured and who are dying. A corpsman was then wounded out in front of him, and despite the incredible risks that he faced, Father Capodanno went out to provide spiritual and medical assistance to him. He was gunned down and killed instantly. He was awarded the Congressional Medal of Honor in recognition for his valor and his bravery. Now, Father Capodanno is the namesake of our school. His focus on living life for other people inspires us as we think about our school and our purpose. And that purpose that we have is to help our students to find their purpose and to point them towards eternal salvation. How do we do that? Primarily by focusing on our 4 pillars. Grounded and rooted in our Catholic faith, we focus on their intellectual development through their courses and their academics. We grow their character, we grow their leadership capacity, and we focus on building a service mindset. We believe in this so passionately that, much like our nation's service academies, who not only assess students and cadets by their academic performance, but by their military performance and by their physical performance, we here at Father Capodanno High School are assessing and examining and being very intentional with our students about what we call skill, service, character, and leadership. In fact, it will comprise 30% of their grade. 70% will come from their academic performance. And I'll talk a little bit more about that here soon. So, this model that we have, why do we believe in it so passionately? Why do we think it's so important? Well, when you look towards the predictive analysis for the economy of the future, when you look at the world at 2025 and 2030, as artificial intelligence and automation and technology continues to expand, we know that the jobs of the future, more so than ever, are going to require the soft skills, human skills. Can you collaborate? Can you work together with other people? Can you solve complex and open-ended problems that an algorithm can't solve? Can you give feedback? Can you receive feedback? These are the soft skills that are so important to any job, but especially in the world of the future where artificial intelligence is going to cause so much more disruption in the economy. Now, we also believe in our model for a couple of other reasons. We know that life demands resilience. Life is a journey. Ups and downs, twists and turns. We all suffer setbacks and losses and failures and pain. And we believe that the key to overcoming that adversity really is 3 things. It's faith, it's our relationships, and it's focusing on other people. Much like a doctor would train for years to become qualified to do surgery, or a professional athlete, or a musician, or an engineer, or anybody, whatever your profession is, you train to achieve what you need, those skill sets that you need to be able to perform at the highest level. We believe the same thing is so important with our faith, and therefore we train on it every single day. Our relationships. We know that through the ups and the downs of life that we need people to be there for us when we struggle. And those relationships don't just happen. They're complex. Other people, it's difficult. We have to work to get to know them. And so we believe that we have to be very intentional about teaching our students about how to build good relationships. And lastly is focusing on other people. We know that one of the surest ways to be miserable in life is to focus on yourself. Yet in our country, it's very countercultural to focus on other people. We're often told to focus on us, take care of yourself, look out for number 1. And especially in those teenage and adolescence years, from the brain and the way that teenagers are developing, so much of their focus and their mindset often comes back to themselves. And we know that to prepare our students to find their purpose and for success later in life, that we've got to train and teach them to think of and to focus on other people. Now, what does a typical week look like at Father Capodanno High School, you might be asking? Well, Monday and Tuesday, Thursday and Friday, those are the days when we focus academically, right here in this building. And then Wednesday is its own day, and I'll talk about that in a minute. That day is called skill, service, character, and leadership. But Monday, Tuesday, Thursday, and Friday will start right here in our chapel with morning prayer and reflection. We'll focus on our academic courses, applied math with an emphasis on problem solving, English language arts, history, theology, chemistry, and then nutrition. Our students are going to learn how to raise chickens. They're going to learn about what happens when food goes into their body. They're going to learn how to cook. Not only are they going to learn these skills throughout the day, but they're also going to move their bodies for 20 to 25 minutes. We've seen the research and we know that when you move your body, your mood and your ability to focus both increase. So every single day, our students are going to be moving. We have a policy where our cell phones will be stashed away. We know that social media and cell phones can be really powerful catalysts in life, but they can also be big distractions. And so when our students are here at the building, the focus is going to be on learning and on each other. Our school is also going to take a hard look at the role of assessments and the role of homework. So when you think about homework, we're going to be very intentional with the homework that our teachers assign. Also, when it comes to testing, the whole culture of high-stakes testing, that is not something that we're going to follow. We are going to challenge our students to do presentations of learning so they practice their communication skills, to share what they've learned, to share what they know, versus just writing it down on a test. And we have an explicit focus on planning and executive functioning and problem solving so that our students are prepared for the world when they leave here. On Wednesday, or skill day, it's going to start off with Mass in the morning. And from there, our students are going to go into the community and they're going to perform community service. They're going to work with children and adults with disabilities, the homeless, and various causes that they will determine as they go through their experience here at Father Capodanno High School. After that service is over, they'll spend some time eating lunch and some camaraderie, and then they're going to come back here to our high school and they're going to unpack what they learned, what they experienced, what they felt, how they could grow their character and show more character strengths next time they're out serving. They're going to talk with each other. They're going to give each other feedback on what they saw from one another. They're also going to explore leadership through case studies. They're going to have different opportunities throughout this day to serve as leaders. And in those moments, they're the ones who are going to be leading their team and leading their group of students. It's also going to give us a chance to observe them and to provide them feedback so they not only grow their character, but they grow as leaders. In that 9th grade year, the focus is going to be on leading yourself first. As they grow into sophomore year, it's how do you influence other people? Junior year, it's going to really focus on accomplishing missions and getting things done and leading teams. And lastly, as seniors, as they're preparing to graduate and to transition, the focus is going to be on strategic leadership. We're going to push them to think really big about what they've learned in their 4-year experience at Father Capodanno High School and how they're going to take that to create new leadership opportunities for themselves, for other people, for their community, and for the world. Thank you so much for watching this video about Father Capodanno High School. I hope that you found it useful and inspiring, and I'd ask that you share this with somebody that you know who might want to learn more about our school and our mission. I'd also encourage you to follow us on social media. We update on Instagram and on Facebook with what's going on at our school, our educational philosophy, and how our students are living out those 4 pillars: their service, their character, their leadership, and their academic development. Thank you so much for your time today. Father Capodanno, pray for us.